Hello and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events, recording this Wednesday, January 4th at 7:34 in the morning. We are now within that range that we have a better grasp on what's going to happen. Things are still uncertain. I don't want to, misguide you in the fact that there are still some things that can change with this, and that's primarily the placement, because this is not going to be a large area at all. There's going to be some people, some of you very mad, and some of you kind of happy, because it's all going to be light. But the exact placement of this and the exact mounts are still a little uncertain. There are two things about this. It's very, very quick moving. We're talking about a very narrow time period that this is going to move through within just maybe 2 or 3 hours. That's it. And it's very light. There's going to be a lot of low-level dry air, and that's going to also inhibit any heavy amounts whatsoever. So again, quick moving, minimal impacts, but there could be slick roads, and I wouldn't doubt if there's a closing here and there, but I, again, can't stress this enough. Not a major storm. You do not need to panic. You do not need to get milk and bread. I think possibly out of this, the bigger story is going to be the bitterly cold temperatures. Okay. Should I go through all the maps with you? I've got so many maps loaded here, so I might as well get into this right now. And I've got to switch sources and go here. There you go. All right, the first thing we're going to look at is the RPM model. When you look at the RPM, it's important to know that this model runs, I think, 12 times a day and comes up with 12 different solutions. Its best friend is the GFS. The GFS runs 4 times a day and comes up with 4 different solutions. But the thing with the RPM is that once you get closer and closer, as you would expect, it does a better job. Usually within about 12 hours, but anyway. Remember I told you Northern Arkansas late Thursday has a chance, but I really thought it was going to stay away. Well, I still think it grazes Northern Arkansas, but gosh, there's barely anything there. The main thing we're watching is late Thursday night into Friday morning. You're going to see a streak of snow coming out. There it is. And this is Friday morning at 5:30, and you see, now this is the thing that I want to tell you. This is light, but the placement of this is still, I mean, this could waver a little bit further north. It could go a little bit further south. So when you look at this, don't say, okay, this is the only area right here that's going to get snow. You can't say that. What if this wavers a little bit further north? But like I said, there's going to be some people who are mad and some people who are not so happy. Say you live here and you don't get a thing, but you live here and you see flakes. So that's the problem that we have with this system, and that's the problem that as meteorologists we have, because there's going to be angry viewers somewhere. I know it. It always happens. But anyway, look at this. It's 5:30. Look how quickly this moves away. 8:30, it's gone. Very quick moving, very light. Now let's look at the NAM. Remember, that was the RPM. The NAM, on the other hand, this is Thursday at 10 p.m. You see that light snow, Northern Arkansas. I'm not overly concerned. I've also got the temperatures overlaid with this, which is kind of nice. So this is a little slower bringing it in, and notice how it's a little bit further north. So like I told you, the placement of this is not quite known, but it's a little further north and resulting in a little bit of light snow in central Arkansas. And look at these temperatures. Look at this, 26 degrees at noon on Friday. And look, so the timing is different, but the overall idea is the same, light and quick moving with the NAM. All right, so let's look at snowfall amounts. This is from the this is from the RPM. See, you confuse the RPM and the GFS because they're brothers and sisters. They're related. Woo. Anyway, yes, I just did that. Woo. You see, this is what this is doing with the RPM. That very light thing coming through Thursday night, and then there's that area in between where there's nothing and there's unhappy viewers. And then it's got this area here that's coming, that quick moving shot on Thursday night, late Thursday night, after midnight, and into early Friday morning. And you can see it has, don't look at the amounts. That'll change. So what if this wavers a little bit further north or further south? Like I said, there's going to be unhappy viewers. And then there will be some happier ones. The NAM, remember it's further north? So now that swath is like this. Different than the RPM. It's like real estate, location, location, location. And then you've got the then you got the GFS. Poor thing. I'm not kidding you. 2 days ago it had a foot of snow. now it's all mostly under 1 inch. But anyway, it's got the corridor even further south. See what I mean when the placement? I mean, you got the GFS, which is here. You got the NAM, which is here. You got the RPM, which is here. Okay. Let's move on. The European. The steady as she goes European. Cranking out a little bit more across northern Arkansas. But look at all these amounts. It's a dusting. It's a dusting to 1/2 inch at the most. And it's southern Arkansas that gets left out. And you want to believe that because that's what typically happens. Not that I don't like you, southern Arkansas. It's just that that's what typically happens. All right, so this is very preliminary. And, whoops. I'm sorry. Let me get rid of that. Mainly a dusting. And it's that area in between that we'll hone in on, a dusting to 1 inch. Read the details. Very light snow amounts possible and still many uncertainties. This does not appear to be a major snow at this time. Impacts, a few slick roads will be possible. Bigger impact could be the colder temperatures. So as far as winter weather impacts, roads, low. Closings, low. Power, I don't think we'll have a problem with power. All right, wind chill temperatures on Friday morning. Let me back that up. Look at Thursday afternoon or evening, 6 p.m. Wind chill temperatures in the teens and 20s northwest. 20s elsewhere, single digits in teens. Look at Friday morning wind chill temperatures below 0 in this section of the state. Single digits, and then teens for the rest of us. That's some cold stuff, isn't it? All right, what about Saturday morning? Saturday morning wind chills. Oh, you got some teens up here. Look at that. You got some single digits over here. Southern Arkansas, you're doing a little bit better. You're smiling. Yes, I just did that. Oh, that's different. That's another computer model. Anyway, so I hope that I have conveyed to you the uncertainties and the certainties. That swath of snow that's light and low impact, where does it end up? It looks narrow. It looks quick moving. There's not a lot of moisture, a lot of low-level dry air to overcome. Light amounts, low impact. But it's one of those things that if you live, just a few miles away, I'm just saying hypothetically Conway, you're like, what meteorologist told you to go up and he got it wrong again? And then you get somebody that's, in Hot Springs like, oh, it's snowing. So in the world of weather, as a meteorologist doing these things, a lot of times these situations are lose-lose. So I'm trying my best to show you why this is so difficult to forecast exactly. Winter weather forecasting, if you look at my previous blog posts, winter weather forecasting is so excruciatingly hard to do because just the most minuscule amount of moisture squeezed out into snow in one location, it's so difficult to do that. In a rain situation, it's completely different. So please cut us a break. We're doing our best. I'm not, as you know, I'm not hyping this event. I'm not telling you to run out and get ready for a blizzard. That's not going to happen. I don't have a deal with the local grocery store. If I did, I would be telling you to get milk and bread, and I'm telling you not to do that. So thank you very much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog and for trusting us here at Channel 7. We are your ticket to big weather events.